Mami, voy a estar en clase, sale calladita, mamá.
Good evening, everybody.
Hello, Professor.
Hi there.
Good evening, Professor.
Howdy, hey, Zebby. It is good to see you all for week 16. I hope you're all doing well. Manisha, I saw your message. All good. 400 words is the maximum. It's all good.
Oh, thank you so much, Professor. Because I
Yeah.
tried my best, I can't do 400 at all. But I completed
That's
for
all good.
1600 words for all the assignment. I can do like 400 for that. That's all.
Excellent. Yeah,
Thank
it's all good.
Thank you.
Lots of emails this week, so I'm sorry I couldn't reply to some people sooner.
It's totally fine, Professor. I know because you must be so busy.
Well, I'll tell you, but yeah, this is the last 2 weeks. All of a sudden, you know, some students sending me lessons from week 3. I'm like, this was 3 months ago, man. So, but
I
it's
know.
all good. It's all good.
Thank you, Professor.
Yeah, my pleasure. Well, like I said, we'll wait another minute or two here and then get started, but just saying hi. Let's see, Draga's here. Liz, I got to talk to in office hours. Hey, Vincent, Candy,
Hello,
Zabi
Professor.
said hi. Hi there. Fauzi is here. Mursal and Asha and Rahimi. Hi, you guys. Asha says hi in the chat, as always. Hi, Asha. And here comes Sadaf.
Hi, everyone. Hi, Professor.
Howdy. We did, yeah. That's good. We got a bigger group, you know. People want to know what's on the final. That's why they're like, oh, okay, this one's important. I'll come to the Zoom today. How are you guys? Stressed? Finals and other classes? What's going on? End of the semester craziness? You guys okay?
Yeah, Professor, no stress.
Wow, no stress. That sounds
Yeah.
good. That sounds very nice.
So let's see.
There's an idiom in English. It's a nice rhyme. I'll put it in the chat. Too blessed to stress. So when you said that, Fauzi, it made me think about that. I feel too blessed. I feel too lucky. Things, you know, the things that are good are so much better than I cannot, so I won't be stressed. Too blessed to stressed. Too blessed to stress. Sometimes I feel this way. Other times I do feel the stress. Well, I hope you're all doing well. Like I said, I'll wait another like 2 minutes. I'll get started at 6:35. Is it like to say thanks for what we have? Why be stressed? Yeah, Liz was saying about too blessed to be stressed, too blessed to stress. Exactly. It's like it's about sort of making a choice to have a positive attitude, you know? So yeah, it's exactly like I am too blessed to choose to stress, something like that. Too blessed to stress. Let's see. I don't think anybody else came in. It's our same group. I got to say hi to everybody. So let's just go. It is 6:35. Well, hi, everybody. It's nice to see you all. It is Tuesday, May 10th. We are here in week 16. You did it. This is the last week of the semester, and really, finals actually even begin on Thursday, you know, so this is the last week and finals week at the same time. So congratulations, everybody. You did it. And 2 years of online stuff. So we're all doing the best we can. So cool. Tonight, I've got reminders, and then I've got information about the final exam. And then I've got Q&A questions if you guys have questions, and then wrapping it up, right? This is the last class, the last Zoom. There's no new material. So really I've got reminders and final info, and we'll see how fast we can go today, right? Because there's nothing new for me to show you today. So I will go through the reminders, the announcements, and then I will take questions, and then I'll show you the final exam. I already opened it in Canvas, so maybe you saw it, maybe you didn't. Either way, let's find out. So reminder number 1, remember, all work must be submitted in Canvas by midnight, by 11:59 on Monday, May 16th. This will be the last day that I accept all work, lessons you didn't do yet, lessons you are redoing, major writing assignments, revisions to writing assignments, any and all assignments, right? The last day to do any of that is Monday, May 16th. I've said that the last 3 weeks, but just a final reminder, right? And then I've got more information for you about the final week and final grades. So this is my way to to help you remember or understand what I'm doing, you know, like what I am working on this week and next week. So as I say here, please be aware that the final 2 weeks of the semester are often the busiest time of the year for me. This is because so many students are submitting lessons from earlier in the semester. So you can absolutely, yes, send me texts, send me emails. I will read them, but it might take me some time to reply, okay? And then my goal is to finish grading and submit final grades as soon as possible. Ideally, by next Friday, I didn't put the date in here, so Monday the 16th, 17th, 18th, 19th, 20th, May 20th. So that's my goal, is to have everything done Friday, May 20th. That doesn't mean I will meet that goal, but that is my goal, okay? Fausia has a question. Yes, please.
Professor, I have a question regarding the text message. So actually, I sent you 2 times text message, like 2 days ago, 4 days ago, but I did not get any reply. So
Try, if I don't reply via text, send me an email. Again, it's just crazy this time of year. That's not an excuse. It's just to tell you the truth. So I'm sorry if I did not reply. Send me another email. If you send a text, try an email. If you send an email, send another text. It's just I'm doing too much, you know, Fausia, but eventually I will see it if you keep bugging me.
yeah, the problem was like, so during the writing my project, so I had some questions on that time. So it was late, but I was thinking, okay, so maybe the professor will reply. So next time I will try to send you email. Thank you.
Yeah, and that's what office hours are for too. Again, it's just like today, a couple students got to come to office hours, so it's just it's hard. It's just this time of the semester is so busy. And again, I have three writing classes, so there's just not enough time in the world for me to talk to every student about their essay. It's not possible. All right. And okay, I guess I said I would wait to take questions, but any questions about these two things here? These two things here. Cool. So just again, we talked about this a lot last week, but I'm going to put these slides back in this PowerPoint, so they're there for you this week as well. But remember, fall 2022, I will not be teaching any lecture classes. I will only be working in the lab. If you want to work with me, and I want to work with you, you need to enroll in at least half of the units in the lab. I made another slide to talk about your two choices though. What class do you want to take? We talked about this a lot last week. So you can watch that video, or if people have short questions, we can talk about it tonight too. But your choice is to take ESLW 340 or English Writing 300. Now, there are only two sections of ESLW 340. One is completely asynchronous. That means no live Zoom at all, taught by Professor Chris Fertel. She is my colleague in the ESL department. That class now has a waiting list though. And then there is the partially synchronous class that I was scheduled to teach originally, but now will not teach. That meets on Zoom 1 day a week, Wednesday from 12:15 to 2:20. That class will still happen. You can still pass that class to get credit for transfer level English, but I do not know, the department does not know who will teach that class. So if you want to stick with ESL, work with an ESL professor, you can take ESLW 340. If you want to take regular English with a bunch of American people, native English speakers, then you can take English Writing 300, right? These are the three professors that I know and really like, and I can recommend. And all of the classes are asynchronous, right? So that means no Zoom at any time. And then as I say here, my suggestion is choose English 300 or English ESLW 340, right? Choose one of these and then take a half unit with me in the lab to help you with your homework or answer questions that you might have in that class. I will send out an announcement about when I will be working online in the lab and when I'll be in person in the lab. I still don't know, but I will let you know that. So if you know, okay, this is, academic writing hour or something like that, right? We can do those type of workshops and support in the lab. So that's my recommendation, right? Choose English Writing 300, especially if you want to make sure you get to work with an ESL professor and not just a regular, regular English professor. Yeah, Liz.
Yes, I have questions. I'm not sure if you answered me the last class. First is what lab is recommended for us, 60, 70, or 80?
It doesn't matter. In a perfect world, 80, but it really doesn't matter yet. But again, in a perfect world, 80 is the one that is supposed to match up with 340. So you could take, I'd say 70 or 80, but even 60 is for higher level students. So it doesn't really matter, Liz.
Okay, and do we need books for lab
No.
class?
Never, never, never.
Okay, and the other question is if you know and could recommend a teacher who from English 300 who teach in person, who teach, because I see only online classes and I would like to
I
take.
remember I couldn't find them, Liz. There was no one. Yeah, but the English department is almost all, I'll send you the link for the course schedule, but there were very, very few face-to-face. I have this ready just in case. None of the professors that I know, that I just know personally, again, I've only been at ARC for 3 years. So none of the professors I know are teaching on ground, Liz. So
Okay.
I wish I could help you more, but I just do not know.
Okay.
You could also wait to take English 300 until next spring, because a year, now I know that's a long time, but you could wait if you really want to take on ground classes, because this fall semester, right, coming up, starting in August 2022, this is going to be the last semester where most of the classes are online, right? After that, we will have both, but even in the fall, it's most of the classes are online. That will change next spring, Liz. I think I saw a question in the chat. The prereq for English Writing 300 doesn't have ESL. Yes, great question, Vincent. In fact, English Writing 300 has no prerequisite. If you could take English 300, if you tested into ESL level 30 and you wanted to take English Writing 300, you could take it, right? This is a big change recently in the state of California. We want to let students go fast. Of course, this is different for some of our ESL students, right? But it used to be that you had to take a preparation class or a remedial class before taking English 300. That is gone. There are no prereqs for English 300, English Writing 300. Yeah, great question, Vincent. So you can definitely take it.
Last question.
Yeah.
That's why I have never taken lab classes. How many hours can we be in the lab with you or any teacher when we take a half of unit?
1/2 unit maximum is 20 hours. 1 full unit maximum 40 hours. Every half unit is 20 hours. So if you took 1.5 units, that's 60 hours, right? So a half a unit, 20 hours.
During the semester?
Yep.
Okay, thanks.
Yep. Anybody else about classes? And yeah, I'm sorry, I could not find an on-ground teacher I recommend, Liz. I know. Fall is going to just be mostly online again. Sac City, we looked at CRC, right? Sadaf, you're the student. I think it's Sadaf who takes classes at CRC, and they have tons of face-to-face. So it's just different for every single college, Anything else about the fall? Cool. Final exam. I will show it to you now and answer any questions that you have. But again, just for the third time to make sure the instructions are clear, I will introduce the final exam on our final Zoom meeting. Hey, that's what I'm doing now. Then the final exam will open at the end of our final Zoom meeting. In fact, I already opened it now. If you're on your laptop or not a phone, you could look at it in our Canvas site right now. It is open. Then you have 48 hours to complete the final exam. As I will show you in Canvas right now, the final exam will be due 8:45 p.m. on Thursday, May 12th. I cannot accept any final exams submitted after 8:45 p.m. on Thursday, May 12th. And again, that's because our final exam is scheduled to end at that time on Thursday. So this is still a timed test, but you get 48 hours instead of 2 hours. Okay, so that's how I'm doing this. Now, before I show you what I want you to do, any questions about this? I cannot be more clear. Please, please, please. If it's submitted at 8:46, you're getting a 0. So please, 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 I will follow this rule no matter what. So I want to make sure this is super clear. Clear? Thumbs up? All right, 5 yellow thumbs. I'll take it. 6 yellow thumbs. Perfect. Let's look at it. Now that's the scary part, right? But here's the not so scary part, I hope, is the assignment itself. Let me put on student view. Let me check the chat. Perfect. Asha gave me a thumbs up. Thank you. All right, so now it should be at the top, right? Upcoming assignments. Upcoming assignments. This says final reflection. And here it is. As you can see, due Thursday, 8:45 p.m. Just to make that clear one more time. And here it is. The instructions. The final exam for this class will be a personal reflection on your learning this semester. Please submit a document that answers the following 5 questions. You must write 1,000 words total. That's approximately 200 words per question. So I'll show you that in a minute. But 1,000 words total is the most important thing, okay? Grading and due date. If your reflection is under 1,000 words, you will receive a grade of 0. And then, per the ARC Spring 2022 final exam schedule, your reflection must be submitted before 8:45 p.m. on Thursday, May 12th. Any assignment submitted after this time will receive a 0. Other than that, if you give me 1,000 words, you answer all 5 questions, and you submit it by 8:45 on Thursday, I'm going to give you the 100 points, right? This is about completing the assignments. I'm not going to grade it for details. That's what the academic writing project is for, right? That I will look at with lots of detail. Hopefully, could not be easier, right? Got a little internet unstable message. I hope you guys can still hear me. So here's the questions, 5 questions. 1, what is something that you really enjoyed learning this semester? Why did you enjoy learning it? How do you plan to apply this knowledge in future classes? 2, what is something that you wish we had learned more about? How do you plan to learn more about this in the future? 3, how has this class changed the way you think about summarizing, paraphrasing, and quoting? 4, how has this class changed the way you read? And 5, how has this class changed the way you write? That's it, right? You will use the first person pronoun. You're going to use personal examples. You're going to talk about your own thoughts, feelings, ideas, and opinions. And you're just going to answer those questions in the response style. But you don't need to quote anything. You don't need to refer to anything. If you want to quote one of the books or talk about a story we read or talk about hyperfocus, great, but not a requirement. You don't have to, right? What you have to do is give me 1,000 words, which is about 200 words per question. But if you really love question 2 and you want to write more words for that one, great. And your answer for number 3 is short, fine, right? Questions? Fausia.
So what kind of writing? I mean, it will be the response like?
Basically, yeah.
So it is not like narrative writing, like write a paragraph, like topic, sentence, everything. So we just respond this, right?
Yep, you just answer the questions. Exactly.
Okay, thank you, Professor.
Yep, first person pronouns, personal thoughts, ideas, opinions, experiences. That's all this is, yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Yep, Liz.
Yes, 100 is the, no, 1000 is the minimum, so we can't write more. I usually
Sure.
write more.
Yeah, you know me. I'll always say, I'll read whatever you send me.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah. And it does say document. So, right, you're going to submit a Word document, just like every, we've done lots of assignments this semester where you use Microsoft Word. So keep doing that, right? Keep doing that. Any other questions? Set off, please.
Yes, Professor. My question is that fine if we write more than 200 words for one question and under 200 words for like another question? It's not basically for question 2 and 3.
Yep. Totally fine.
Okay, thank you.
Yep. The most important thing is 1,000 word minimum.
Okay, thank you.
Yep, you got it. Draga. You're muted, Draga, if you're talking.
I am sorry, Professor Jeff.
No
Okay,
problem.
so we should write it in MLA again, right?
Yeah, always, right? Anything you ever send to professor at ARC or SAC stage, just you know what to do. Times New Roman, 12-point font, double space. That should be the first thing you do. Yes, yes,
So
yes.
does every question answer of every question must have its beginning and its end? So every question must be answered like separately from the other one, or just flow from one to the other one, just like one idea? What do you?
Whatever you want to do. Most times, often students will just do question 1 and then write maybe 2 or 3 paragraphs, right? And then question 2. That's easier. Draga, if you want to sort of put it together it won't be a real essay, but if you kind of want to address them in a different way, you could do that too. So you can be as creative or ambitious as you want, Draga.
Thank you very much, Professor Jeff.
Yeah, of course. Who else? Again, Draga, different question? No, she got
I'm
it.
sorry, I wish to lower it and I didn't realize it.
No problem, no problem.
I have a
Anybody?
question.
Yes,
Professor.
please.
In the formal homework at the college, can we illustrate our essays and like this final, like put in images in the Word?
For me, you can. I think most teachers are going to say no, no, no. But for me, I mean, I'm a poet and an actor and love theater. So I think creativity is really, really important. But often in most academic classes, creativity is not very valuable. But if you want to add images here, Liz, that would be, I want this is your reflection. For me, right, this is for you to think about your experience and what we know biocognitively, right? This ties in with hyperfocus. This type of practice, having a reflection time to think, read, or write about your past experiences, it locks learning in, right? It's a part of how our own narrative, right? How we remember things. So you can be as creative as you want for this assignment, Liz, but for most assignments, probably not.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah. Draga, new question.
Jeff, how about we go, if you agree, from question to question, just to explain us more what you mean, because some questions I really have no idea what to write. How can
Give me an example.
Okay. Okay. So what is something that you really enjoy learning this semester? So you mean regarding class, right?
Yeah. I hope that's obvious. Yeah.
So regarding those three writings, right? Different.
Anything.
So
I mean, yeah, I hope that it will take you some time to think about them, right? These questions are sort of critical thinking questions on purpose, right? Hopefully, again, my goal is that you read this question and you go, okay, what did we do for 4 months? What did we learn? Remember, we spent 2 months talking about narrative. I mean, it's a long semester, so you can take the time to think. Maybe your favorite thing was the critical reading skills from week 2 or 3, right? It could be anything. But yeah, I hope that the questions will slow you down and make you think before you answer them. So yeah, but from this class would be better. I'd prefer something from this class. Yeah.
okay, how about second one? What is something that you wish we had learned more about? How could I know? What could we learn more about? If you have a plan, what to learn, what could I think of?
Well, it's like, I mean, oftentimes students will say grammar. At this level, students feel comfortable, but they still feel like they want better grammar. And they sometimes wish, oh, I wish we had more time for grammar in this class. Okay, that's totally fine. We don't. That's not how I run the class, but that's totally appropriate, right? Or maybe someone really loved the narrative writing and wanted to do more narrative writing. Or maybe someone wanted to spend more time with MLA or spend more time paraphrasing, whatever. We cover a lot of material. I mean, this is a big class with lots of assignments and lots of new knowledge. So almost always there's something that a student will feel, ooh, I wish we looked at this more or got some more examples for this thing. So maybe, like I don't know, I gave a bunch of examples there, Draga. Does that make sense?
Yes. Okay. Number 3, how has this class changed the way you think about summarizing, paraphrasing, or quoting? I didn't know anything about that, so everything is new to me.
Cool. Sounds like you've got your first sentence for your response there, Draga. This one is very personal, and I won't know. I have no idea. That's why I love to read these answers, because I have no idea what you will say.
I don't know either. How has this class changed the way you read or you read? Is this
Again, those are very personal questions.
no. The way you read or the way you read?
Read, the way you read.
Read. Okay. How has this class changed the way you write? Okay, this one is clear, but the second one and third one, I don't know what to answer.
Just need to brainstorm, or what were some of those pre-reading activities we've talked about, right? Journal about it, or talk about it to a friend or your family, or just say, I need to talk about this for 5 minutes or something. But yeah, these are all going to be personal responses to questions about your experience and your learning this semester. So, but yeah, don't think too hard. I mean, I don't think this should take more than 2 or 3 hours, I mean, like, I want you to spend some time on it and I want you to think about it, but I don't want people to go crazy, Yes, Didier. Didier, can you hear me?
Thank you, Professor. Yes. Thank you. I only want to ask you, you said that we can use narrative descriptions or the way we write. And one question, can we use the first person? Obviously, it's my opinion, so I can say, I think that this class was something like that, but it could be with a first person.
You're going to have to. Yeah, they're all, yeah, you don't have a choice, right? I'm asking, what is something you enjoyed? So yeah, it should be I enjoyed, or yeah, absolutely did. Yeah, this is all first person writing.
Okay, and response writing as well, right?
Yeah, and often response is first person writing as well. Not always, right? Like we talked about, but yeah, this is your personal thoughts, your personal opinions, your personal feelings, your personal experiences. So absolutely, first person pronouns are appropriate.
So we are pretty free to write whatever.
Big time. The most important thing to me is that it's honest. And if I'm just going to pick a word that selfishly, something that's interesting. I mean, that's what I want. I want to read people's interesting responses to their, real opinions and real ideas and real experiences. So, but like I said, the pedagogical, the learning objective is when we reflect on a task, when we reflect on a class, the science is very clear here. We remember more and we remember things more deeply. So there's an educational goal, but then also it's just fun for me to read about your guys' opinions and experiences with the class. So yes, it can be whatever you want it to be, as long as it's 1,000 words and the answers are true and interesting, critical thinking. What else? What else? What else?
Can we talk about books or we read this semester, like certain stories or see certain details from Hyperfocus? Can we speak about that?
Absolutely. Like I said, so I'm not requiring you, like in a response, you need to include the original source, right? So you don't have to talk about the stories in a map is only one story or hyperfocus. You don't have to talk about the materials, but hopefully it will come up, right? I mean, again, the way I've designed the questions are, that's my intention that you'll say something about, one of the books or one of the lessons or one of the activities. Absolutely, yeah.
Helpful, thank you.
Yeah, of course. Do we have this in class extra credit activities? I don't have any extra credit in this class. I think I make it easy enough, to be honest with you. Like if you do the work in this class, you're gonna get a good grade. So if students are really worried about their final grade, we can talk one-on-one, but so I don't have any extra credit opportunities at this time. Manisha.
So Professor, my question is like, it's not a question. I just want to take this time. I know it's going to be our last meeting over Zoom. Personally, I'm going to say thank you so much for all the hard work that you did through this semester for us. We learned a lot. Personally, I learned a lot. I had a lot of issue before the semester with writing, especially with summarizing and paraphrasing. Everything was new for me since it was like my second semester. You were super patient with us. I know I was so busy as most of the time I couldn't like submit my assignments on time, but you never stressed out and never got mad on us. Thank you so much for everything, for all the hard work that you do for us.
Oh, you touched my heart. Thank you. My last slide here is to say the same thing for you. Thank you all for really, this was a wonderful semester. I really enjoyed reading all of your work and talking with you guys, especially about the narrative, which is a little more fun, but thank you for saying that, Manisha. It means a lot, that, and I mean it when I say thank all of you too, right? It takes participation and collaboration from the students too. So especially for my super students who could be active in class with the screen on even sometimes, Didia and Asha, and not, many people were active, but for the people who could be present and add to the discussion, I think you guys are so, I'm grateful to you. It helps me with the Zoom stuff. But I think it's great because you are like examples for the other students who maybe can't talk during class or keep the video off. You really help the other students. So I could say individual people, right? But people who are participating a lot in class, thank you, because again, you help all the other students who maybe cannot participate. So thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, Manisha, for saying that.
You're welcome. And Professor, there's one more thing about the book. To be honest, I learned a lot from this book. I really loved it. And I like last night I was writing my last assignment and I noticed a lot of changes from last semester to this semester. And trust me, like it changed my view towards life. Like it was really helpful for me.
Yes.
Yeah, so we chose a best book for this semester. Thank you for that too, Professor.
I'm so happy. I'm so happy you enjoyed it. I'm so happy you enjoyed it. Yeah, I think that's great. That makes me happy. Like I said, especially if I ask students to buy a book, spend money, it's only because I believe it's good and worth owning, you know, so that makes me happy. Draga.
I would like to say that I recognize that I used many details, many recommendations from Hyperfocus already for years. I didn't even know, I didn't know anything about it, but when I read about it, I recognized that. And then I also would like to thank you very, very much. You changed our life. I don't know how to survive next Tuesday without you, without your smile and laugh. And I would like us all to maybe turn cameras on to see each other before we say goodbye to each other, and close your eyes because I have a present for Professor Jeff.
We
For
can't.
now, for now via Zoom, but once when you are in Sacramento, please let me know and you will get in person.
Okay, we can do that. Well, let's do that, but that can be the last thing we do. I love this idea, Draga. Just so I'll stop recording to make sure we respect people's privacy. And if they can, and if they want to, they can turn the screen on, but that'll be like the last thing we can do. I like that idea a lot. But before we do that, any other questions or stuff about the final or any business? Because I do, usually this is, we end early because I'm only, you know, asking your questions. But yeah, so Draga, I love the idea. Let's wait until we're done with the business stuff. Didia, please.
Yes, I join the thanks for all your hard work, Professor. And I want to particularly say that I enjoy a lot your recordings. For example, I tried first to try to understand, and then, well, it's not for me good because you speak so fast, but your intonation and your kind of obviously is so awesome. So I enjoyed it a lot, and I realized that I have to learn a lot of words that I don't understand, and I only hear, but if I don't read it, I don't understand a lot of things. So I learned a lot, and your effort to recording an entire book was awesome, and you did it. I'm impressed, but you don't make any mistakes doing it. So really, I really appreciate that. I learn a lot, and I think it's a good as for you to us, from you to us. So thank you.
You're so
really.
welcome.
Thank you
so
very much.
happy again. It just, thank you. Thank you. It makes me so happy that, again, anything I do in this class, if a student likes it or doesn't like it, I promise anything I do is because I'm trying to help you guys learn. So I'm happy when you say that, because it's like, oh, good, the recording might help a student, right? It might help people feel like they understand the book better, or, you know, they understand some vocabulary or something. So I'm very happy that some of the materials and some of the way that I organize the class helps your learning, Didia. That's my goal. That's why I do it. So that makes me really happy. That's great.
Yeah, that was very, very helpful. And also slides we could read. We could go back like last year. We didn't have recordings, and if you didn't write something or you didn't remember or record it by yourself, you couldn't recall it. I found myself very interested in being very interested in writings, especially narratives, and I really enjoyed it. And I didn't know that I would like it at all, but I spent hours and hours, days and days writing, polishing, and practicing grammar, practicing how, I don't know how to express myself, some specific ways how Americans speak. So like adverbs and all kind of grammar stuff I learned in the past. So I really enjoyed it. I don't know how much I improved my spoken English, but writing English, I really found very, very helpful. And I will continue to write as you recommended me to do, just for myself, because I found it very, very useful and very precious to me. Thank you very much, Professor Jeff.
What just happened? Did the internet just go off?
He disconnected. I think he disconnected.
Oh,
Well, for all of you classmates, I want to thanks for, well, share with me this class. And I don't know you in person, but thank you all.
Sorry, everybody.
yeah, true. Thanks. Here comes Professor Jeff.
Even the internet
Oh,
is tired.
he's back.
I was just saying thank you, thank you, thank you. Yes, tell me what's up.
I thought, Professor Jeff, you went to cry.
Oh yeah, to say it's over. No. Yes, I forget what I was saying. Probably just you guys are great and thank you. Yes, who's talking?
Lasana.
Oh, hi, Lasana.
Yeah. I don't know. I know it's this stupid question, maybe. I want to know the person of paraphrasing. It's like the first person or the second person. And the second question is how to know the word count of the section. Like I wrote the section,
yeah.
How to know how many words I have in that section.
Oh, that I can tell you. In that I can show you. The second question I can show you quickly. So if you go to any Word document here, and then I can show you in Google Documents too, but so all you need to do on any kind of, this is from the lab, but so obviously this is very large font, but all you have to do is just highlight, right? Select the number of words. So just, use your mouse, use your finger on your phone, whatever, select all the words. And down here, it says 44 of 81. So down here where it says 44 of 81, and this will change, right? Now it says, well, let's see. I'm giving you bad. What is it doing now? One word. There we go. It's being slow. Very interesting. Okay. You see how it's changing though? 3. You can also go up to review word count. So again, that's review word count, and then it will show you 24 words highlighted. One page, 24 words, close. And then let's see if we do, and then if we do the whole word count, the whole word's now 81 in the whole document, right? So that's how to do it in Microsoft Word. And then on Google Docs, my internet's being really slow. I'll send this to you guys later. I think I showed this to you in a different recording too, but I'll send a link with how to check it in Google Docs. It's very similar. It's very, very similar. And Vincent says a simple way I know is just highlight it. Yeah. And then when we're paraphrasing which person to use, almost always, probably almost always the third person, right? The author says, they say, she claimed, people should. Paraphrasing is not for first person or second person.
Okay.
Yep.
No problem. Thank you.
You got it. More so.
Professor,
Yes, Professor.
Yeah, Marcel's had her hand up for a minute. I'm sorry, and then go ahead, Liz. Marcel.
I just want to say thank you to you for all your hard work. I had a lot of problem this semester, but I really enjoyed this class and I learned a lot. I know I was not active very, but I enjoyed this class. Thank you so much, Professor.
Thank you for saying so, Marcel. That's wonderful.
Thank you.
Liz, you got another one?
yes, two things. The first, I found the hyperfocus recordings and the government, but I didn't find, and I don't know if you record a map, it's only one story.
Some, not all of them. Some of them, not all of them. And it's on the same page, right? If you go to live support materials, Hyperfocus has its own page. I think I recorded 5 or 6 of the stories. Oh, excuse me, not live support materials. I'm sorry. I need to go to Professor Jeff's course materials here.
We only see your PowerPoint. Ah, yeah.
Oh, let me fix this. Can you see the screen now?
Yeah, no, not yet.
You're not looking at Canvas?
No. It
My
says
internet
that
is
you
really,
are started. Yeah, now I
my
can see.
internet is slow. Okay, good. Here they are, MP3s. I think it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7. I've got 7 of them where I did the readings.
Is in where? In page?
Professor Jeff's course materials.
How can I get there?
From the homepage. Everything's on the homepage. Or I guess if you're on your phone or a tablet, then probably Pages is the best way. But on the homepage here, Professor Jeff's course materials, or if you go to Pages and then view all pages. Oh, I don't think you can see it. So yeah, go to the home page. Go to the home page. I know if you go to Pages, it should be able to take you to the home page even on a phone. And then it's again Professor Jeff's course materials. That's where it is.
Okay, thanks.
Yep. And remember, I showed this I think a couple times, but if you go to Files, if you want to keep the course material, you can download all the PowerPoint slides, all the files where I'm reading the books, all of the scanned textbooks and pages and all the stuff that is there in Canvas for you. If you click on Files, you can go and download those files on that page as well. I think I showed you guys how to do that. I'm going to stop sharing because my internet is so slow. I think I showed you guys how to do that 2 or 3 weeks ago too.
Thanks.
So. What else? What other questions here while I fight with the internet and say a little prayer for the internet? What other questions you guys have? Cool. If nothing else, I can stop recording and then we can turn on our screens and say goodbye. And then if anybody has individual questions, I can talk to you after that. But anybody have big group questions before I stop recording?
Hi, Professor. I just typed something in the chat, but it was like a small question about, our academic writing project. I forgot to put page numbers. Is that a big deal or not really a big deal?
No,
Okay.
not really a big deal. And some teachers hate page numbers. So MLA there's different opinions about it for MLA. So not a problem at all, Asha.
Okay, thank you.
Anybody else? Partially sync means only Zoom 1 day a week, not 2 days a week.
It's like you take a in-person class 1 day and you have homework or have.
Not in the fall, Liz. That's some idea. Maybe someday there'll be a one class face-to-face and one online. I don't know. But this class right now would be partially synchronous, right? Because we only have one Zoom a week.
Okay.
Or at least for the fall, that's what it means, right? It means one Zoom every week, not two. Excellent question, Marcia. Anybody else?
My problem is that I don't speak well English, but I would like to tell you that you are the first professor in the college that I attended that is not like the boss, because all the teachers, I know that we have to do all on time. I understand that, but all the teachers are like, I'm the boss and you have to do all as I told you. I don't know how to express in English that you are a good person. And I was thinking since yesterday, how can I explain to the professor the situation? And you only say, don't worry, submit. It's like, you are a good person. I don't know how to say in English.
Pues soy de muy buena onda. Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Liz. I'm doing my best. I'm doing my best. We're all human beings first and foremost, no matter what, no matter what. We all have lives and families and souls and hearts and minds, and we're all doing our best. We're all doing our best, I think, most of the time.
Yes, thank you for all the support and guidance, Professor. We really appreciate you. And good luck in your new job.
Come see me if you ever come back to campus. Anybody ever again, come see me. I'd love to meet you in person. It's still crazy to me that I feel like I know you, but I've never even met you. Like, that's one thing I don't like about this online stuff. It's really weird. So if you're ever on campus, I'd love to meet you. I'd love to see you.
Hopefully on one of the next classes, yeah.
Professor, I would like to say I really appreciate your energy. You're so welcome, Marcia. Yeah, you're so welcome. Thank you for saying that, Marcia. Cool. Well, I'll just stop the recording, and then, like I said, I love Draga's idea, even if we just turn the screens on for 30 seconds to see each other and say hello, right? It's not even about me, but so I'll stop recording now, and then we'll say goodbye. So I'll stop the recording now.